Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone out there. Hajimemashite, watashi wa Nabila desu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Hi, my name is Nabila Manjazani, but call me Belle for short. So, this intention of this video is mainly for educational purposes only, and the data as well as the information gathered are strictly to complete this assignment. We hope that everyone who watches this video gets somewhat of a better insight on the topic we are going to be explaining about. So, thanks and enjoy.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nakamara binti Mahfuzi.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Afifah Shaira binti Kuzairi.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. Hey guys, it's me Kama. Hello, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. So, we have a lot to talk about. Honestly, before we start the vlog, we are gonna talk about road construction. Shall we? Let's go. Okay. First of all, just wanted to ask, did you guys know what is road construction?
2,000 years later.
Never mind. Let me explain what is road construction. Okay? Basically, road construction means the construction of a new road or the conversion of an existing unpaved road to a paved road. Understand? Roads are defined as roads or paths that begin at one destination and lead to another destination. This modern era, roads are called paved or easily accessible paths that made by modern construction equipment such as hydraulic excavator, motor grader, asphalt pave, with loader and vibrating compactor. Did you know road project construction are often identified as high risk project due to significance to a nation fiscal, society and political growth?
Next, I will be talking about planning. Now, a lot of consideration is needed for road construction. Many people, including engineers and construction experts, must be involved in figuring out what type of road should be made and what it should be made from, depending upon the amount and type of traffic it will likely see. Even simple roads can take months of planning and before construction can begin. Complex roads that involve different structural elements such as bridges or overpasses can take years to plan. Other factors that planners must consider include environmental impact of the road, cost, availability of materials, and most importantly, safety. Towards the end of the planning phase, surveyors and construction experts will develop a solid plan for the road to be built. If part of the land to be used for the road is owned by a private parties, lawyers and government officials will need to negotiate the purchase of pieces of property to be used for the road. Most importantly, public meetings will also be held so that any citizens with concerns about the road construction project can voice out their opinion. The local, state, or federal government entities building the road will also solicit construction bids from a variety of contractors to make sure that the roads can be built as economically as possible. Once the bids are compared and the contractors are selected, construction can finally begin. Depending upon the size of road project, construction can take from a few weeks to several years.
The construction process is site survey, site cleaning, earthwork and drainage, subgrade layer, subbase layer, road base layer, surface layer and installation of road furniture. Site survey is the land survey can help to plan a roadway design that avoid landscape feature, like area where sharply rises and falls. Site clearing is the process of clearing the vegetation and surface soil of the construction site. Earthwork and drainage is a drain to remove the both surface and water subsurface. Subgrade layer. The subgrade material should be clean and free from the organic matter and should be able to compacted by roller to form stable subbase. Subbase layer. It is layer of granular material provided above subgrade, generally natural gravel. Road base layer. The base course lies close under the pavement surface. It is subjected to several loading. The construction must be done carefully. The top layer usually construct of material in which bitumen is used as binder material. Installation of road furniture. The road furniture item provide driver which is necessary warning, rules, distance and direction information in order.
Okay. I will explain to you guys what material used for construction road. Okay, first is soil. Soil naturally top the list of material used in the construction of roads. Is this the eventually point which support the complete structure of the roads? Indeed, soil is the primary material for the foundation, subgrade, or the pavement in the case of low traffic rural routes. It also provides the essential flat base that offer the vital support for the road structure. A process known as compaction, where soil particles are pressed together to reduce pore space between them, usually carried out on site to give the soil at the base some higher resistance and greater stability. Second material for road construction is aggregate. Stone aggregate, also known as mineral aggregate, is easily the most important component of road construction materials. It is made by breaking up natural occurring roads to form coarse aggregate like gravel or fine aggregate like sand. Aggregate are used for granular bases, subbases as part of bituminous mix and cement concrete. They are also used as the primary material for relatively cheaper roads known as waterborne macadam. Like soil, aggregate must be tested by a road engineer to ascertain that they are strong enough and durable for a specific project. These properties are influenced by their origin, mineral components, and of the nature of bond between the components. Okay, next material is asphalt and bitumen. Asphalt and bitumen are often mistaken as being one of the same things. However, while asphalt is a mixture of aggregates, binder and filler used for constructing roads, and there are also site furnitures, bitumen is actually the semi-solid binder that holds asphalt together. Bitumen, which is also known as mineral tar, is obtained through unfinished distillation of crude petroleum. Its content 87% carbon, 11% hydrogen and 2% oxygen. Next material is concrete. Concrete offers a lot of flexibility and ease of construction, making it an important road construction material. In addition to reducing costs, concrete is popular among road builders due to its ability to extend the service life of roads. It can also be used to raise the bearing capacity of existing pavement layers. A well-made concrete mixture set as hardened because of the binding property of cement. It forms a mix with slimmer void space. On curing with water, it provides a strong, steady, and long-lasting pavement for a road. resisting repetitive impact from heavy commercial vehicles. This is a last material used for road construction is composite pavement. This is a type of pavement that use both asphalt and concrete to form a super pavement. Composite pavement can potentially become a cheaper alternative to traditional pavement thanks to their ability to provide highest level of performance and durability both structurally and functionally.
The benefit of road is good transportation can make the journey faster, comfortable and safe, and contribute immensely to social growth, and delivery more reliable and timely.
Next is challenge for road construction. First, labor. Generally, highway projects in Malaysia are reported facing a shortage in labor because the local citizens are not interested in joining the construction industry since the work is dirty, dangerous and difficult. While employing foreign workers is a plausible option, acquiring working permits from the authority somewhat challenging since there are specific requirements that needs to be fulfilled. Highway projects also having difficulties in acquiring individuals with adequate skills, knowledge and abilities for the workforce. Second challenge for road construction is material. Materials face difficulty in having those materials right on the time due to several reasons including absence of the required material in local market, supplier unable to provide the materials due to materials shortage, and unreasonable pricing for monopolizing practice, also insufficient ground transportation to deliver material to the sites, having a higher risk due to fluctuation in currency because materials from international markets. Third challenge for road construction is equipment. Similar to materials, equipment also involve the availability of the resources during the construction, such as machinery breakdowns are unavoidable and inadequate or machineries. Next challenge is construction site. Others play a significant role in the success of highway projects, which is also suggested by prior studies, including the studies on the causes of delay of highway project in Malaysia. Site location can heavily influence the work progress of highway projects. For example, highway projects that involve areas that are challenging for construction, such as terrains that are highly or rocky, are more demanding compared to those with typical terrains during earth moving and avoiding drainage issue. Lastly, challenge for road construction is third party. Conversely, third parties that are indirectly involved in highway projects can also affect the project, such as the public by causing issues that are emerged from different political views, random amount of compensation, and disputes during the land acquisition process, and complaint due to traffic congestion to the authorities. This problem may result in idling in project until the issues are resolved.
Road maintenance. Road maintenance is essential in order to protect a junction resource and use safety, provide efficient, convenience travel along the road. The maintenance activity is emergency maintenance, periodic maintenance, and routine maintenance. Emergency maintenance is the traffic management in the event of flood or falling trees. Periodic maintenance. Periodic maintenance involves pavement, roadside furniture, drain, culvert, and guardrail, as well as slope repairs. Routine maintenance. Routine maintenance is involved repair, maintenance of road shoulder, road furniture, grass cutting, drainage system, bridge, landscaping, and routine inspection.
Okay, next is standard for roads construction. Road in Malaysia are using JKR standard. Okay, quality standard road surface such as road surface, the weightage for road surface elements are allocated as per table. Okay. Next is slope and retaining structure. The weightage for the slope and retaining structure component is not applicable as each of the element is equally relevant in determining the functionality of the slope. The quality score will be based on the number of compliance over the total number of elements assessed. Next is drainage. The surface and underground drainage are equally relevant in its functionality and are given equal weightage. However, each drainage element are weighted based on its functionality. For the purpose of the assessment, pipe, box culverts of less than 1.2 meter in diameter will only be visually inspected at the inlet and outlet of the culvert, whereas pipe or box culvert of 1.2 meter or bigger in diameter shall be assessed on all the practical and accessible elements. The weightage for the drainage element are shown as per table. Bridge. The two elements of the component, example bridge and special structure, are equally weighted as each is equally important in its functionality. However, each of the bridge and other structural elements are weighted based on its functionality, its traffic and road furniture. The weightage for traffic and road furniture element are shown in table.
Now next I'll be explaining to you about the standard and health for road and highway construction. Now the construction sector is associated with various accidents and fatal injuries. These occupational accidents are caused by numerous factors such as lack of supervision, lack of adherence to safe work techniques, failure to wear personal protective equipment, and failure to comply with the safe use of tools, vehicles, and machineries. Based on the secondary data from the Department of Occupational Safety and Health and Social Security Organization, results shows that the highest incidence of occupational casualties are mostly reported in Sarawak, Johor, and Selangor. These states accounted for approximately 13.33% to 18.18% of all cases of fatal occupational accidents. Falls from height accounted for 46.28% of fatal occupational injuries. Furthermore, being crushed by objects, materials, or vehicles accounted for 9.09% to 17.36% of fatal occupational injuries. Next, casual occupational injuries occurred in Malaysia with an average of annual incidence of 9.2% fatal job-related injuries per 100,000 workers. Department of Occupational Safety and Health (DOSH) revealed that 1,116 work-related accidents occurred over the period of 2011 to 2016, and that 37.85% to 51.50% of accidents resulting in non-permanent disability, permanent disability, and death occurred on construction sites. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported that 300,000 workers have been injured on site and 775 workers died. Thus, the construction sector is one of the most unsafe and high-risk job sectors in the world, given its association with high numbers of injuries and death. Thus, in 1970 marks the year that the Occupational Safety and Health Act was enacted. This was established to ensure the standard safety practices would be employed in the workplace to avoid unnecessary injury or death. The Act required employees to provide safe working environments that were free from known dangers. The Act led to establishment of Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, to oversee workplace safety and to set and enforce the standards of a safe and healthy workplace. So now what you can see on screen is a safety and health checklist for the road and highway construction industry. How can you avoid a collision in your work area? Firstly, you must always be seen. Next, you must communicate. Thirdly, stay back. Fourth, plan and as well look out for other workers. Most importantly, you must be alert on site at all times. Wearing the proper clothing inside is very important as well. But then again, you must always be alert to know which type of garments that you should be wearing on site. If you have been to a construction site, you might notice that some workers may not even wear any personal protective equipment, and this can be very dangerous to themselves and other people as well. Now, here are the basics of personal protection equipments. Firstly is hard hats. It is very important to wear this. Secondly is safety glasses or safety goggles to protect the eye and face protection. Gloves are great for hand and arm protection as well as earplugs or muff. They can cover your ears since you may be working on something that has an exposure to loud noises, such as heavy equipment or even noisy hand tools. Not to mention, safety-toed shoes are actually very important if there are any falling objects that could potentially hurt your feet. Now, harnesses and lanyards are very crucial, especially if you are working on the higher levels of the building. Respiratory protections are very crucial as well. This is needed if you are working with something with dust or even metal fumes as well as chemicals. So next on the agenda is sustainable construction. The road sector produces the highest level of greenhouse gases, which directly through using fossil fuels energy used in mining, transportation, and as well as for the paving works. And well, directly through the emission from the vehicles, not to mention the increased number of vehicles on the road nowadays that substantially rises pollutions and noise disturbances. But how can we define sustainability in road construction sector? Before we get into the crucial part of the matter, let's first understand the meaning of sustainability. Well, sustainability is the ability to meet our needs without compromising the ability of the next generation and will be able to meet their standards. But why do we need sustainable construction for road and highway construction? Firstly, to minimize the usage of scarce materials since it seeks the planet's ability to satisfy the demands of humans. Secondly, the number of natural resources is getting scarcer and it may be a challenge in the future. Thirdly, is to reduce the carbon footprint. Now, let me tell you about the current practices in terms of sustainable highway. Now, did you know? I don't know if you know, but I want to tell you anyway. Did you know? Asphalt production of asphalt is actually one of the most energy consuming industry, and as a consequence it generates huge amount of CO2 or carbon dioxide. This is because asphalt is produced at high temperature, around 160 to 180 degrees Celsius. But how is it possible to reach sustainability with asphalt? Highway construction requires a lot of energy at different levels for the production of asphalt and cement destined to pavements and excavating materials, for road maintenance, and by vehicles stuck in congestion due to poorly designed highways. Now, to decrease the level of energy consumption, warm mixed asphalt, or for short WMA, will be replacing by hot mixed asphalt, HMA, since it is produced at lower temperature and has great benefits for working conditions. Other options that generate savings in energy costs is by using biobinders, which is our alternative for asphalt, or known as biopolymer, a fully biodegradable natural resources, cost-effective, and a good thermal stability. Next, sustainability can also be reached through recycled materials. Now, crushed rocks, pavements, and even concretes, which result to reduction of energy needed to import new materials. Next is the future of road construction. Roads and highways are a great universal invention that connects people. It connects from state to state, rural to urban areas, and most importantly, it connects family. With the upbringing of these materials that I will be stating, we can definitely foresee a brighter future for this sector, and will be a number of innovations and new concepts development. Firstly, the usage of UAV is quite crucial in this job scope. UAV is an unmanned aerial vehicle. There are a few concerns about this tool slash software being reliable, but it can aid in monitoring job sites, inspecting structures, broadcasting an aerial overview of the road project. Now, some of the invention that has been tested are
Guideline of the road.
Okay, Alhamdulillah, that is all from us. Most importantly, I would like to say thank you to Dr. Julaida for giving us this, actually, to give us this platform to share information and data with everybody else. As well as I would like to thank my group members, which is Nuka Maria and Afifa, for their kind contribution, as well as for their precious time given to complete this assignment. And I hope for the best for everybody else, and I hope that we can actually see each other face to face in the future. So let's hope for the best, and see ya. Bye.